Hey guys, Tony here. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever day it is for you when you're watching this. As of recording, this is December 25th, 2024, which is Christmas Day, or Christmas afternoon, whatever. But I hope you and yours had a good holiday. We had a great time, but I won't go into specifics. That's not the point of the video. What I wanted to discuss was I just got these are the new AFR Undercover boot grips for my J-frame. These are kind of like a collab with American Fighting Revolver. If you guys are not familiar with them, great resource. Brian with the Y and Daryl Bulkey both host and run that, and it is an amazing resource. Great guys. If you guys are into snubbies, revolvers, whatever, I don't think there's a better place to go for some very high quality info and training. And also products. I've got a couple other stuff. I have their pocket holster that they did with Bowman, and I think it's awesome. Haven't gotten their minimalistic holster yet with Bowman. But anyway, my history with Ryan and over at Ryan at Hamre Forge. Currently I use the Spiegel boot grips, which I got as soon as they were available. These are like a collab, or like a licensed model that he got with Spiegel, and the boot grips, basically it's a boot size grip. Very minimal. It's got the hook on there. I've got the full set. I went straight from my factory J-frame grips right here to this as soon as they were available. Before that, I had the ones from LCR, when I think Ryan was pretty early in as far as making his grips available. But he's got several models now, but I know he's changed processes. A lot of stuff has changed. I know he's going through a lot of different things as far as materials used. I can't get into specifics with that because I'll probably mess it up and say something wrong. But anyway, I've been running these since I've installed them. I've talked with Ryan. I know I'm not an expert, but I'll give him my feedback for what it's worth. And it's great to see kind of the evolution of the product. These were great. The issues I had possibly with mine were this ledge right here was a little sharp. So when I had my thumb high here, the recoil would kind of hit back and hit the bone there. But I learned that if I roll my thumb down, it'd be less of an issue. But otherwise had no other issues. This angle here, I kind of really had to drive my hand into my waistband if it was a looser waistband to kind of get a good firing grip. But other than that, I love these. They're very comfortable. They're very concealable. The grips on there are great, and they're pretty lightweight, and they've held up. Like I said, I know he's switched up processes and material since this release, and I kind of wanted to go over some of the differences I first noticed, first impressions. I literally just pulled these out the mail. Just to kind of give you an idea, let's see here. These are the non-hook side for my Spiegels, and these are the non-hook side of the AFR. You guys see the difference in size. So this one's going to be a little bit wider. It's going to be an enclosed back versus an exposed back on the Spiegels here. So you're going to have a little bit more of an area here. And if you guys notice, on the this side here, this has been sanded down a bit. So I'm excited to see how that'll play with it firing, and to see how my finger reach with the trigger, since it's a little bit longer on the outside, will be. Obviously this is just a work in progress as far as me shooting it, but let's go ahead and take these off and kind of see the differences with them off as well. And if you guys notice in the inside, this is the first iteration of the Spiegels. It's a little bit more porous, and in this one I feel like it's I know he's kind of nailed down his production, but it seems more uniform, and the engraving seems a lot better. You guys can see the AFR logo, and like I said, that's for American Fighting Revolver. And there's Ryan's Hamre Forge logo there, and he's got it on this side. This is the hook side, and on the you can see he evolved his logo there. I really like that new one too. I'm gonna take this off. I know he changed the material for the screw. This may be steel or stainless steel. I think, and I could be wrong, but I know the new one, this is the one that goes on the AFR Undercover ones. I think this is titanium, and it is a bigger bit. So this is the one that came with the Spiegels. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. If there's any gunk, sweat, whatever inside these, please excuse it. I have not touched these basically since I've installed them. I think I took them off once before to clean a little bit, but that's been a while ago. So basically the install is pretty quick. You just take your old ones off, slap the new grips on there, and that's it. Now this is the old screw. I believe this is some sort of a stainless, or I'm pretty sure it's a stainless steel. And I'll show you the difference in the steel on the new, or the screw on the new one. So this is gonna be the new one. I think this is titanium. Seems a lot more robust. Probably saves a little bit of weight. You guys can see the difference in the head. So it's gonna use a different bit, but he does include that. So pretty excited to see how that goes. But put that to the side. Also, so that's it naked. Normally, like I said, this is the factory ones that Smith & Wesson ships with them. They're also a exposed backstrap as well. So I've only shot with exposed backstrap grips, so let's see how that plays. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually weigh this set, which is the one I had on there, just to kind of see the weight difference. I'll maybe weigh this one versus the new one. And I think this is the biggest one of all, if you guys can see the size. I got my handy dandy fancy scale here. So right now, zeroed out. Let's see what the original ones weigh. So 1.6 ounces with their default screw. Now let's try the Spiegels with the screw, since that was on the other one. So that's 1.9 ounces together with the screw. Now we're going with the AFR Undercover grips, boot grips. Same, so basically more material, bigger, but weighs 0.1 ounces more, so not a big difference at all. So they're all overall very close to each other. So like I said, this one, you know, you have the exposed backstrap there, and it does kind of beat into you. Your hand is in finger is a lot closer to the trigger. As you guys can see, my grip is there's some room there to have to pull back. I have not installed these yet, so this is the first time. So they have these pins on these J-frames to kind of help you align right there. Makes it very easy. And pardon the you know, just the video content of this. I'm not the best content creator. I just kind of do what interests me. Without even screwing it on, I mean, you guys can see how my trigger reach feels more optimal, honestly. And I feel like I can get a lot more higher grip up here at the top of the gun. And these are the nice, all cool gray ones. Initial impressions, the grip feels more, I don't know if I've actually worn these down. I know they possibly could, but these have a lot more texture for, not in a lot, but a noticeable amount of texture. I don't have as much rubbing on the inside of my thumb here against that ridge. And it still allows for use of speed loaders. You know, pop that in there. That's why they have that swoop cut out there on both of these. But let's get that screw in there, so nice and tight. So since it is a different sized bit, he does include one for that. And before I have to say this, the gun is unloaded, guys. There's no ammo in these cylinders. Sure, that's nice and tight. Yeah, I love these. Right off the bat, these feel even better. You guys can see where the old one used to show. These are a little bit further back. You got a full enclosed backstrap here. And if you notice the grip, the hook grips, this one, the angle is a little different, so it probably will ride different. Maybe I have to test it out as far as draws, especially with me wearing like non-belted pants a lot, because these will be my throw on real quick kind of carry. But you guys can see the difference. The front the shape is the same, but it's a lot longer in the back. And Daryl Bokey has a video on his AFR YouTube page where he talks about the shelf here and how that works and how that kind of goes along with everything. But this channel right here kind of really guides your trigger finger into the trigger band, and I'll be honest, there's a noticeable difference with the trigger pull versus the old one. And like I said, that's been softened up a bit. You can sand this down if you have the older version, or if you want to. I just never got around to doing it, but this is really nice. Fits good. The texture feels a lot better. Not much noticeable change in weight, even though there's more shelf back here. I am excited to shoot this at the range, carry it, try it out for a while, and I'm excited to kind of report back. But everyone that I have heard try and carry this has said nothing but good things about it, so I'm excited to give that a shot. And gotta thank people over at AFR, Brian, Daryl, Ryan over at Hamre Forge. Thank you. I'm excited to finally get this. Finally showed up in the mail. But that's the my quick video and impressions of the new AFR Undercover J-frame boot grips, and I hope that answered some questions, or at least kind of gave you a layman's perspective on the new ones here, and from anyone who's moving possibly from the Spiegel boot grips here. All right, y'all be safe. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year.